Hey, thanks for coming to 1500ESPN.com. I'm Derek Wetmore, and I'm going to share with you my 5 thoughts from Saturday's Twins loss to the White Sox. I'll go in order here. Thought number 1. The Twins played shorthanded on Saturday. Eduardo Escobar flew back to the Twin Cities to be with his fiancée and their newborn son, Jose. I obviously don't blame Escobar for wanting to go be with his family. In fact, on the day his son was born, Friday, he started at shortstop for the Twins, played in that game, and decided to fly back to the Twin Cities Friday night, to be with the family Saturday. He's expected back in Chicago on Sunday, I guess, to wrap up the series with the White Sox. But it did leave the Twins with a short bench. Thought number 2, that might have actually cost the Twins. In the 9th inning, the Twins were trailing by a run, 5-4, with closer David Robertson set to face Chris Herman, Shane Robinson, and Jordan Schaefer. Eduardo Escobar's bat's probably better than each of those 3, so ordinarily, Paul Molitor might have pinch hit Eduardo Escobar in that spot, looking to get at least a runner on base and extend the game, try to bring the go-ahead run to the plate in the top of the 9th inning. But the Twins didn't have that luxury because Escobar was gone, and curiously, the Twins decided not to put Escobar on the paternity list. Now, here's what I mean by that. They could have placed Eduardo Escobar on a paternity list that said, his family just had a kid. He is going to be away from the team for a couple of days. I think they can go up to 3 days with that list. The Twins would have then been able to use that roster spot and call up somebody like a Josmil Pinto, for example, from AAA Rochester. It would have been nice to have that bat off the bench. Certainly Saturday in the 9th inning would have been a good time to deploy Josmil Pinto. The Twins chose not to do that for reasons I'm not sure of. It would have made sense to me if he's going to be away from the team, instead of playing shorthanded, kind of hamstringing Paul Molitor with a short bench and a short roster, to bring up another player. Why not? The Twins would have had that flexibility, and they chose not to opt to use it. Another interesting point, a Twitter follower pointed this out to me, said because the Twins DL'd Ricky Nolasco and called up Trevor May, who's scheduled to make Monday's start in the home opener, the Twins didn't have to make that roster move until Monday when May is scheduled to pitch. Now, what the Twins could have done is use the paternity list and then waited to call up Trevor May after they DL'd Nolasco. They would have had 2 extra roster spots for an added bench or an added reliever, with Casey Fien and Brian Dunson likely unavailable Saturday. It would have given the Twins a little bit more flexibility. They chose not to do that. I don't know why, and I think that it did probably cost them at least a little bit on Saturday. Might not be the reason they lost the game, but they would have given themselves a better chance to win the game with an extended roster. That was a long one. Thought number 3 is a short but sweet one. You can find this on the column on 1500ESPN.com. Adam LaRoche simply owns Mike Pelfrey. In his career now, after a 1-for-3 day with a solo shot and a walk on Saturday, LaRoche is, get this, 14 for 19 in his career off Mike Pelfrey. That's an on-base percentage of 737. Pretty amazing. For more on that kind of thought, check out the column 1500ESPN.com. Thought number 4, Danny Santana still has yet to prove that he's capable of being an everyday shortstop in the big leagues. I think we all saw the bat last year, and that was impressive for the rookie, but he didn't play a whole lot of shortstop. Mostly he was in center field, which is out of position for Santana. This year, the Twins are looking at him exclusively as a shortstop. I thought there were 2 plays on Saturday that really highlighted some of the strengths and weaknesses of Danny Santana. I'll go over those plays briefly, but I describe them in more detail in the column if you want to check that out. Santana kind of booted a ground ball from Jose Abreu early in the game. He was able to, it kicked away 3-4 feet in the shortstop hole at the outfield grass. Santana just calmly went over, picked it up, showed off that cannon of an arm to throw out the slow-footed Abreu at first base. Another play later in the game, maybe a little bit more concerning. Santana made a nice backhanded pickup in the hole. He makes the play with his glove, but then his throw pulled first baseman Joe Mauer off the bag. Mauer tried to apply a tag, and the runner Alexi Ramirez actually knocked the ball out of Mauer's glove. Probably could have been called an error. I believe it was called a base hit for Ramirez. But in any case, a misplay for Santana. The first play had to do with his glove. The second play had to do with his accuracy of his throwing arm. I don't really question his range. I don't really question his arm strength. but you wonder if he's going to be able to make all the routine plays with the glove and if he's going to be able to make his throws with accuracy. He showed a little bit of the good and the bad on Saturday. On the flip side of the defensive coin, though, the Twins did make 2 nice defensive plays. Trevor Plouffe turned a 5-2 double play that came with the bases loaded and cut down a run at the plate that kept the Twins in the game. And later in the game, Shane Robinson threw a P from left field to cut down a run at the plate and keep it a 1-run game. The White Sox were leading 5-4 at that point after an RBI single from J.B. Shuck. But on that same play, the White Sox tried to make it 2 runs instead of just a 1-run single. Shane Robinson wasn't having that. He threw out the runner at the plate. Chris Herman applied the tag, kept it a 5-4 game, and gave the Twins a chance to win it. That'll do it for this video, this 5 Thoughts video. Until next time, check out 1500ESPN.com. I've got a post up right now that's summarizing the past week of Twins news. If you missed anything from the first week of the big league season, you can find everything in short order, get caught up in very short order in one post. Basically, every video, podcast, analysis, column, news piece, we've got it all there. Everything from week 1 of the Major League Baseball season for the Twins. So check out that piece on 1500ESPN.com. Until next time, I'm Derek Wetmore. Thanks for watching this video.